Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. And GPSC, or you can say that Gujarat Public Service Commission, has released one notice regarding change of date of exams. So they have changed the date of exams regarding uh, state PCS, okay, mains exam. So this is the new schedule, and the main thing for our consideration, that is this the highlighted one, 42/2020. I know this is in Gujarati language, but I will translate you in English. So this is the showing that our deputy executive engineer post, okay, that is the original date of exam was at 14th March, but now the new date of exam is 11th April. So we got almost 1 month additional, okay, so use it wisely. Now the main thing, that is the new writing tool is now available with me. So let us solve one question. Okay, so this question has been asked in UPSC civil service exam. Okay, you can see the difference in my handwriting. Okay, because those who have seen my previous videos, uh, last not last, but before that, in December, okay, the last time I have written in this board in December. So if you see the December video, there is lots of error and some bad handwriting, so you can feel the change. Okay, so let us solve today's first numerical with this new writing tool. So this question has been asked in civil service exam 2020. I have given the overview, how was the exam, what is the level of question, and I have given overview of idea, that is how the questions, each and every question, how you can solve. Okay, like what is the equation and how to, what are the different steps. Okay, so if you have not seen, then just go and see in the playlist in UPSC civil service prep paper, so you can find out there. So this is the question from mains exam and based on heat exchanger. So always those who are watching a video previous from very past few months, so they know what is my strategy. First highlight the important words, okay, and then solve the question. So first is a counterflow, a counterflow heat exchanger, and it is a double pipe heat exchanger. That means a pipe in pipe. So like this is a inner one and this is the outer one. Okay, and this is the length of the pipe. So this is the thing, that is the meaning of double pipe heat exchanger. So it is used to heat the water from 20 degrees Celsius. So that is TW1. Water is initially at 20 degrees Celsius to 80 degrees Celsius. That means the final temperature of water, TW2, I am denoting with, and with mass flow rate 1.2 kg per second. So mass flow rate of the water 1.2 kg per second, and it is heating is accomplished by geothermal water. That means hot side fluid, hotter fluid, that is geothermal water, and its starting initial temperature is 160 degrees Celsius. So that is I am writing TG1. Okay, and mass flow rate is 2 kg per second. So mass flow rate of geothermal water. Okay, the inner tube is thin walled. What is the meaning of this inner tube is thin walled? That means the conduction resistance due to the thickness of the pipe is neglected. Okay, and diameter is 1.5 centimeter. That means a diameter of the pipe is given. If the overall heat transfer coefficient of the heat exchanger is 640 watt per meter square Kelvin, here please note down watt, unit is in watt. Okay, because unit has a very importance in exam. So what we have to find is determine the length of the heat exchanger. This is our final aim to achieve the desired heating, and some specific heat values are given. Specific heat of water 4.18 kilojoule, here it is kilojoule. So Cp of W, and 4.31, that is specific heat of this geothermal water, CPG. So first of all, we know that the heat transfer is a boundary phenomenon. Okay, so the surface area that is used in heat transfer, that is pi dl, the peripheral area, not cross section area. Cross section area used in mass flow rate, that is pi by 4 d square. Okay, so here our area is pi dl. Now From this you have basic idea that, and there are three temperatures given: Tg1, Tw1, Tw2. So we know, after seeing these three temperature, one thing that should be click in your mind, that is the equation that we are going to use is UA. Q is equal to, Q is heat transfer, Q is equal to UA into LMTD. That means LMTD method is we are going to use. Now U is given, Q is unknown to us, LMTD is unknown to us. So let us find one by one. Okay. So first of all, there is no resistance loss. So we can say that whatever the heat lost by the geothermal fluid, it is taken by the water. So Q is equal to mass of water into Cp of water multiplied by Tw2 minus Tw1. So what is the mass flow rate of the water? 1.2 kg per second. Cp of water 4.18 multiplied by temperature difference 80 degree minus 20 degree. So when you simplify this, so you will get the answer like 60 multiplied by 4.18 multiplied by 1.2. So that is 300.96 300.96 kilowatt. Okay. Why kilowatt? Because specific heat I have taken kilojoule per kg Kelvin and mass flow in kg per second. So kilojoule per second will become kilowatt. Now whatever heat is taken by the water is supplied by geothermal fluid. Okay, I'm writing with QW, that is heat taken by the water. So for this equation, UA into LMTD, let us say this is equation number 1. So we have U given us A, that is the length. We know the area is equal to pi dl. Okay, so diameter is given to us, length, that is our final aim that we have to find, U is given to us. Now Q, that is amount of heat transfer, the amount of heat transfer, that is mcp delta t, that we have found. Now the one unknown, that is LMTD. So for LMTD we require 4 temperature, we have already 3 temperature. Now the fourth temperature that we can find out the heat balance, mass flow rate of the water into Cp of water multiplied by temperature difference of water, that is equal to mass flow rate of the gas into Cp of geothermal fluid, not gas, sorry, and temperature difference, that is Tg1 minus Tg2. Why I have taken here Tg1 minus Tg2? Because this is going to cool down. Okay, this geothermal fluid is going to cool down, so heat is rejected by the system. Okay, so here the heat is rejected, so it is taken as minus sign, but to avoid this minus sign I have taken this difference in Tg1 minus Tg2, but here, but actually it is Tg2 minus Tg1, and here minus sign, here minus sign. So to take the, okay, to eliminate the minus sign I have taken Tg1 minus Tg2. Now put the value, this value we know collectively it represents 300.96. Mass of the gas is 2 kg per second, and Cp of geothermal fluid is 4.31. Initial temperature is given as 160 degrees Celsius, and it is the final temperature that we have to find, Tg2. So when you simplify this, you will get Tg2, that is 125.08 degrees Celsius. Okay, whenever you will take difference, then whether you take Kelvin or Celsius, it doesn't affect, but whenever you take the ratio, then you have to be specific whether you have to use the Kelvin or Celsius. Okay, now we have all the 4. Now we will draw temperature profile, but before drawing that we have to take the type of heat exchange, that is counterflow heat exchanger. So the temperature profile will be like this. So this is the temperature axis and this is distance axis. So I am representing hot fluid. I am representing a hot fluid, this is by red line. Okay, and cold fluid by blue line. Okay, so this is the fluid, geothermal fluid, that is going to cool down, and water that is going to heat up. Okay, and I'm showing the direction also. Okay, now what is the temperature? Initial temperature is 160 degrees Celsius and final temperature is 125.08. Okay, 125.08, or you can simply take 125. Okay, that is, it does not affect your answer. Initial temperature of water is 20 and final temperature is 80. So this inlet and at outlet, whatever the temperature difference, this is called theta 1 and this is theta 2. So now we can find LMTD, that is theta 1 minus theta 2 divided by ln theta 1 by theta 2. So theta 1 is what? First of all we will find theta 1, sorry, theta 1 is 160 minus 80, that is 80 degrees Celsius, and theta 2, that is 125 minus 20, 105. So now here do not be panic why this is theta 1 is small and theta 2 is larger. Don't worry, you're going to correct way. 80 minus 105, we are putting all this value, divided by ln 80 divided by 105. Okay, now some of might have questioned, this is the ratio, so why I have taken this in Celsius? But this ratio is a ratio of temperature difference. Theta 1 is what? Difference. So if I convert first into Kelvin then take difference, then it will be same. Okay, so nothing to worry about it. So when you solve this you will find as LMTD 91.945 degrees Celsius. So this is the value of LMTD. Now we have all the unknowns value except length and put all this value in equation 1, that is this UA into LMTD. Okay, so we have Q. Finally I am writing Q is equal to UA into LMTD. Q is what? 300, sorry, Q is what? 300.96 kilowatt. U is equal to 640. I already told you 640 watt per meter square Kelvin. Okay, so convert it into kilowatt. 640 divided by 1000. Area is what? Pi dl. Pi. Diameter is what? 1.5 centimeter. So you have to take diameter in meter. Why? Because all these units are in meter. U is in unit of U, it is in meter, and length that we will find is also in meter, and LMTD is 91.945 degrees Celsius. So when you simplify this, okay, this one should be cancel out. Okay, and all that other stuff, so you will get the length is 108.53 108.53 meters. So this is the answer, and you can see how easy the question, and it comprises of 20 marks. Okay, you can easily take this marks, and if you solve this very quietly. Okay, so this is all for today. Hope you enjoy this video on new writing tool. Okay, there is some at some places that I have written some very rough. Okay, because this is a new tool, is not just settle down in my hand. Okay, so I will try to improve. So thank you for watching this video, and please note that this change. Okay, so keep studying, stay focused.